Welcome to Pheasant Island, where time and space intersect in a truly bizarre way. Here you could be standing in France one day, the next day you'll be standing in Spain. How is this possible? Pheasant Island has 0 inhabitants, and visitors are not allowed in, except for a very few lucky guests twice a year when a special handover ceremony takes place.
Esto sería ahora mismo territorio español, con el izado de la bandera francesa y el arriado de la bandera española pasará a ser ya territorio francés.
The Spanish government is transferring to France the sovereignty on Pheasant Island. It's a very old tradition.
Ever since humans gave up their nomadic lifestyles and started to create settled civilizations, we've drawn lines to define what and where we call home. These borders give us a sense of identity. We say we are from this community or we are that nationality. And when conflicts arise, these borders violently shift. Sometimes both sides need somewhere to have a time out, and that is what Pheasant Island is, an ancient buffer zone between two historically powerful nations. Pheasant Island is not very big at all, just 2,000 square metres. It sits in the middle of the Bidassoa River between the Spanish town of Iron on one side and the French town of Ondé on the other. Pheasant Island is a condominium, which means it is administered by 2 countries. But Pheasant Island is unique because it isn't run by France and Spain at the same time. Every 6 months, the border moves, so the island switches nationality twice a year. This makes Pheasant Island the world's only temporal condominium. To understand how we got here, we have to go back to the 1600s, when Europe was involved in the 30 Years' War.
La Guerra de los 30 años es una guerra de carácter religioso, aunque también, como todas las guerras, hay un trasfondo político y económico. Es una guerra que comienza en 1618 y culmina en 1648 con la firma de la Paz de Westfalia. Sin embargo, España y Francia, eternas antagonistas, siguen enfrentadas y no firmarán la paz hasta 1659, que se denomina Paz de los Pirineos porque se establece como frontera entre ambos reinos precisamente los Pirineos.
Negotiations to the Treaty of the Pyrenees were held at Pheasant Island, which was established as a neutral ground between France and Spain. They sealed the peace with a royal wedding. The Spanish princess Maria Theresa, daughter of King Philip IV, was given away to Louis XIV, King of France, also known as the Sun King.
Se ilustra es cómo se habilitaron unos pabellones en la isla. Como no había puentes, se establecen puentes de madera sobre barcas, sobre embarcaciones. Al estar aquí los reyes mismos, tanto de un lado como el otro, pues te puedes imaginar lo que tuvo que ser esto. A partir de este momento, todas las entregas reales que tuvieron lugar en épocas sucesivas tuvieron como escenario la isla de los Faisanes.
Although Pheasant Island has been a symbol of peace between the 2 countries since the Treaty of the Pyrenees, they only started to share custody of the island in 1856, following the Treaty of Bayonne.
En ese tratado todavía no se reconoce cuál va a ser la forma de gobierno de la isla. Entonces ese gobierno alterno de 6 meses y 6 meses se establece por otro acuerdo posterior que firman ambos países en el año 1901.
Javier Mateos is the naval commander of the island for the 6 months that it is Spanish.
Yo creo que voy a vivir el acto más curioso de mi carrera militar, sin duda. No creo que haya ningún comandante naval que se quiera ir sin celebrar un acto de transferencia en la isla de los Faisanes por lo curioso y lo atípico que es en nuestra carrera militar.
Both Commander Guerra and his French counterpart, Commander Pauline Potier, are taking part in the handover for the very first time.
I just got into this position on the beginning of June. It's kind of a legend among our military section, you know, to be vice king or vice queen of this island.
The honorific title is an inheritance that goes way back, and Pauline Potier is the first ever vice queen to rule Pheasant Island.
I'm quite proud, I have to say, because to be a woman and to be the first to have this title is a sign of modernity. It's a very male-dominated field. It might be, at my little scale, a symbol of feminine empowerment.
France will now take care of Pheasant Island until it returns sovereignty back to Spain next year.
Que no tiene ningún tipo de recurso natural, no tiene ningún tipo de riqueza, sino más que allá de un simbolismo que se ha querido perpetuar. Cuando a mí me nombraron ya hace 2 años y yo no tenía ni idea de qué era la ley de los faisanes, la verdad. Perdonadme mi incultura, pero no tenía ni idea. Y ya me puse a leer, me puse una curiosidad.
Not everyone knows about this condominium. People are generally surprised. It's a symbol of the success of diplomacy over war, and I think it's really beautiful that this condominium still exists today, and also as a symbol of what we've succeeded in building with the European Union.
Within the European Union today, Europe is generally a border-free zone, but Pheasant Island still stands as a reminder of less peaceful times. 3 years ago, it even got its own anthem.
Pensando un poco en lo que significa la isla de los faisanes, pues me llevó una inspiración hacia esa composición. La paz es un valor universal y me parece que vale la pena componer un himno. La diplomacia primero, siempre, y la guerra, siendo posible, nunca.